Alright, so it's about to start pouring rain, so I gotta make this fast. This week, we did not finish working on the motor because I have my buddy Richard coming over next week to help me out with that. However, this week, we do have a very long and exciting video, so let's just get into it. So if you remember a few weeks ago when I did the Chase Bays Brake Booster Eliminator, a lot of you guys were worried about my pedal feel and how good the brakes were going to work after I did that. And Chase Bays has all the answers for you on their website if you go there and read their like fact questions or frequently asked questions. They have all the answers for you there, and one of the things that they suggest that you do to get the best performance out of it is upgrade to Hawk HPS or better. So we got these brake pads courtesy of Hawk Performance, so thank you guys very much for that. These are the ones that all the guys on the Zilvia forums and all the Nissan guys already use, so it's awesome to have these on the car because it's just going to perform that much better. Also, you can upgrade your brake fluid to .4 or .5, so I did .4 in my car today. And if you're worried about the pedal feel, the way that it's explained to me is with the brake booster, if you push down a little bit, it stops a lot. And if you push down all the way, it stops a little bit more than that, right? If you get that? Well, without the brake booster, if you push it down a little bit, you stop a little bit. You push it down more, you stop a little bit more, you push it down all the way, and you stop all the way. So, pedal feel is going to be better in a way. It's going to be harder to push the pedal, but it's going to be more responsive and easier to predict. So it's going to be better on the track than a booster would be. So yesterday I went through and I removed all the tires because believe it or not, that takes the longest on this car, is just trying to jack it up. So we have it all jacked up. Now it's just time to pull off the calipers and get them ready for paint. Oh yeah, and it's 97 degrees. Sweet. I forgot to mention that since I'm doing the new brake pads, I decided to just take the calipers completely off since the brakes need to be bled anyways, and take this time to clean them up and paint them up really nice. So I started off by just removing the two 19mm bolts and the one 12mm bolt that holds the brake line to the caliper. That is a motherfucking Black Widow right there. So it's time to grab this. Had to have it on standby. God, I hate working on cars when they're covered in spiders. Mother. So preparation is definitely key here. That's going to be the most important part of this whole job. So what I did is I used degreaser and a toothbrush to go in and clean up the caliper as best as I could. And then I went over with some sandpaper to try to rough up the surface so the paint can stick as much as possible. Next up, I took some painter's tape and wrapped it around the rubber boots to keep them from getting painted on. So I couldn't find a color that I really liked in the heat safe paint. So what I did is I bought a heat safe primer and a heat safe clear, and then I just bought some regular gold spray paint. And it turned out really nice, and as long as you sandwich it between two heat safe products, then it should be good to go. I'll link the tutorial down below that I followed. Alright, so the gold coat is done. I'm only going to do just one thick coat, I think, because this paint is really weird the way it sprays on. So I ended up just having to spray a lot, and since it's such a thick coat, I'm just going to let that one dry, and I think I'm going to leave that as the only coat, and then we'll come back and hit it up with clear. But that is what it looks like right now. But I'm running into a little bit of an issue, and that is, I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a major storm coming in. So we got thunder and lightning just right over that way, and it's heading here. So I'm gonna go inside and hope that this coat dries fast enough to where I can at least take it off and start spraying the other one. So wish me luck. One piece little bendy tripod that I bought just fell apart today. Anyways, sorry for the quality. I'm on the GoPro, but I had to end up moving my brake calipers inside to dry the rest of the way. I still have two more that I have to paint, but this storm's moving in hot and heavy, so I'm gonna wait to do that until it passes. So that's what's giving this episode a delay right now, is the weather. So anyways, there you go. So the calipers are chilling out right here. The reason why they're just kind of chilling out on this little desk is because they are having the toughest time drying in this weather. So I gotta throw them in the oven again, because I just hit these ones up with a clear coat, and these ones still need clear coat. Alright dogs, be good. Love you. Love to know how much money I've given Harbor Freight since I started doing YouTube. It's been ridiculous. So I walk in there and the cashier goes, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a while." That's how you know I've been there a lot. So I told her, I was like, "Yeah, I got most of the tools I need now. I just need to come in and grab specialty tools when they come up." So I was able to get the piston ring compressor and my brake bleeder bottle thing, and I know I can make my own bottle bleeder, and I'm going to. I just don't know where to find like that specific like silicone tubing, and I really don't feel like running around to all the different hardware stores looking for it. So I just wanted to buy this one here because I think it was only $5, and I'd rather just do that and then just use like a Powerade bottle or something like that. So that's why I did that. But I got the brake bleeder, the piston ring compressor, and my Allen sockets, which were so expensive. I hate it, and I'm probably gonna strip one. So, but I don't want to buy two right now. So if I strip one, I'm just gonna return it and get another. Got back from doing our shopping for the tools for the day. The reason why I decided to throw this in is just because like this takes up like a good hour of my like possible car working day, and it's like that's an hour that I can't be filming doing like, you know, productive stuff. So just thought I'd throw it in. But let's get to work.
This is a Tricky production.
Alright, let's take a look at this Harbor Freight brake bleeder kit with magnet bottle holder. If you don't know why the magnet bottle holder is important, it's because you want the bottle to be above the brakes. That way, I don't know, air doesn't get in, bubbles move up, I don't know, something like that. So, okay, so this kit gives the worst instructions and is just goofy looking. Like, I don't get why we need all these separate pieces. So what I'm going to look at is I'm going to drill a hole in this. I'll be right back. Boom. So now let's focus in. So first thing I did is drill the hole in the cap, fed the hose through, attached the hose, oh, there we go. Attach the hose to the inside of this cap and then attach the magnet onto that. And now it's like 1,000 times better. Next up, I'm going to add a zip tie on the inside here, just so if I like lift up the white cap and it pulls on this hose, then the hose won't actually fall through. It'll get stopped by this zip tie. At least that's the theory behind it. I don't think it's going to work though, but hopefully. The hose still doesn't reach close enough to the bottom like I'd like, because I don't want to waste a lot of my brake fluid. And I don't want to rely on my old brake fluid because my old brake fluid's .3 and the new stuff's .4, and I don't want to mix it. Plus the old brake fluid's just bad. So I'm going to extend it with the piece that was in the little bottle earlier. Okay, so I don't know what this little doohickey is actually meant for, but I'm gonna cut it and use it for my adapter. Boom. Now slap a zip tie over these to hold them together and we're good to go, right? Hopefully. Now it sits flush at the bottom of the bottle. So that's what we're hoping for. So the little magnet doesn't go past the this part of the bottle. That could be a problem. And it's also not super strong, so it doesn't hold up the weight of this bottle. However, I got this super industrial magnet and I put the little magnet into it. This big industrial magnet is actually from like a Domino's pizza sign. So it's very strong because it's supposed to hold up that sign while they're driving down the freeway and stuff. So let's do that. Boom, fridge check, we're good. Alright, brake calipers are behind me. They're all painted and dry, and so now it's time to add the Hawk Performance brake pads to them. So I'm going to add those real quick, and then it's time to slam them back on the car. It's just the reverse of what we've already done, so I'm just going to fast forward through that as well. And then we'll bleed the brakes. So let's get started. Well, this is a real bummer. The brake pads don't fit. And I don't know why. I don't know why they don't fit. So I'm going to go on the website, retype in my car's information to make sure that these are the ones I'm supposed to have, and make sure that there wasn't like a shipping mix-up in like the warehouse where they send me out the wrong number, because that happens a lot with car parts, is they miss up one number and then it's completely different. So I'm gonna go do that, but it's kind of a bummer that the brake pads aren't going on because like the calipers are already off, and it's just so easy when they're off. It's easy when they're on too, but it's easier when they're off. So all right, so I'm gonna go do that. This is a real bittersweet moment. I'm really bummed because my brake pads are definitely not gonna fit. They are way too different in size. I found out why after some Googling. I thought I maybe put in, because I put that it's a non-ABS system, because I've had these brakes lock up and it was terrifying. And like I did the LSD check and all that stuff, or the differential check and all that stuff, and this is definitely a non-ABS 240. So I didn't see what I put in wrong, and so I Google imaged my calipers, like the 1990 Nissan, you know, SE calipers, and they look completely different. And so I saw a guy post his brake upgrades picture, and come to find out that these are the Infinity Q45's brake calipers. So these are bigger and better, and it's a brake upgrade with bigger rotors and all that stuff. So that's a plus, but now I gotta go get the right brake pads. So yay. So seeing how only my front brake calipers are upgraded, I'm gonna throw my old pads back on those to get them on for today so I can just wrap up this video. And then I'll put the Hawk Performance brake pads on the rear calipers since those should still fit. And then we'll get our brakes installed, bled, and hopefully still do that before it gets too dark, but it's already 6:30 at night, so we'll try our best. Okay, so yesterday I was trying to use this tool to push my brake caliper piston back in, and it wasn't working. And as you can see, some brake fluid leaked out, messed up my fresh paint, and it was not good. So this tool right here, it does work on, I think, front calipers. However, rear calipers it does not. However, this tool is magical. Just find the side that fits yours and drop it in. Put your 3/4 ratchet in it and just tighten it. And look at how easy it goes in. Just like that. Boom. Done. After getting my new brake pads in, I decided to reroute my Chase Bays brake lines because there's a way that I could route them better to where they're even more hidden. So I just went ahead and did that and then made sure everything was nice and tight so I didn't leak brake fluid all over my fresh painted engine bay. Okay, so randomly it decided to flood, like just a flash flood real quick. So I'm going to try to get these brakes bled as fast as possible because it is humid and sticky and gross as hell, and it may rain again. So basically, if you've never bled brakes, the way that you do is you start off with the caliper that's furthest from the master cylinder. So that's going to be my passenger rear, and then you go to the driver's side rear, then the passenger side, then the driver's side front, obviously. So I'll show you how I do it on the rear passenger caliper, and then you kind of just repeat that step throughout all the other ones. So like I said, passenger rear, driver side rear, passenger front, driver side front. Pretty simple. So let's get started. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is remove your cap and fill up your master cylinder with brake fluid. It's okay to go over the max because you will be going through a lot of brake fluid when you do this. I'll also go ahead and link the tutorial that I watched to learn how to do this in the description down below. So after you do that, you want to put the bottle above your brake caliper and then attach the hose to the bleeder nipple, and then once the hose is attached to the bleeder nipple, then you can loosen the bleeder. You do not want to loosen the bleeder without the hose attached because that's going to let air bubbles in and make a mess all over your garage floor. So if you press the brake and nothing comes out like this, what you're going to want to do is take off the bleeder nipple, clean it out, and then put it back on. And mine started putting out fluid right away, and it should look like that. So now hop in the car, press the brake down a few times rhythmically. And eventually your brake fluid will become clear and there will be no more bubbles in it. Like right here you see a bunch of bubbles flying through. So I just did it until all the bubbles disappeared, and then it's good to go. And just like that, we're done. So now what you're going to want to do is tighten the nipple. You want to do that first, then go ahead and bring your bottle down, then remove the hose, pinching it not to leak brake fluid all over the place. Okay, so just like that, I am done for the day. I was only able to bleed one brake caliper because it started to rain and I had to call it quits before I did the rest. But as soon as the rain goes away, the first thing I'm going to be doing is going through and bleeding the rest of the brake calipers in the order that I said. And then after that, the first place I'm going to go once I get it on the road and it's running is to a shop to get it professionally force bled or pressure bled, because I don't trust my work. I trust it to get me to the shop, but I'm not going to trust it on the track or for long-term use, because I'm new to this. It's my first time ever doing this. So if you're going to do this at home, make sure you have somebody experienced there to help you and walk you through it. Or if you're like me, then just do it yourself and go and get it professionally done eventually. Well, not eventually, but like as soon as possible. If you guys are curious about where the budget is on this car, you guys can go and follow me on WHEELWELL right there. It's a new social media for cars where you post up your cars and all your parts on it, and then people can like buy the parts directly off your car. It's really cool. I haven't set my profile up all the way yet, but we do have a brand page on there, so if you just look up Go For Broke Garage, it'll pop up. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook. All that stuff's going to be in the description down below. We do have our stickers in, so if you want to buy our stickers, make sure to do so. If you did buy a sticker and you're waiting for it to get shipped out, we just got them in, so they will be shipping out tomorrow. And one of you guys are going to get that steering wheel in your package, so look forward to that. And I think that's everything today. I did live stream last night. It was a lot of fun. If you guys want to stay in with that and you guys want to watch more of my live streams, I have another channel, and it's just my name, and I'm going to throw that in the description as well. I'm going to start throwing up some vlogs on there, and I'm going to start doing more live streams on that channel. I just don't want to flood this channel with just me and not my cars, because I want to keep this channel strictly car stuff. So I will throw the link for my other channel down in the description below, so you guys can go subscribe to that if you are interested in my live streams and vlogs and stuff like that. I think that's everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a long one. I hope you liked the way I edited it, because I did do a little bit different than I normally do. So if you did, just make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, because I know a lot of you guys watch my videos and don't subscribe. So just make sure you do that. If you like my videos, then, you know, subscribe so you can see all of them. Enough rambling. I'm out of here. Peace out.